Oh, and some epic music for an epic end to the weekend. It is Monday, my dudes, and I'm Sean Plott.
And I'm Lee Grainer.
I'm Sean Bouchard.
And welcome to Mostly Walking, where we will continue upon our adventure into old skies, the fresh, newly pressed graphic adventure game from Wajidai Games. Now,
Wajidai, mate.
for those of you who were not watching the pre-show on Twitch, where basically Lee, Sean, and I chat before we do this, I was muted and didn't know for 8 straight minutes, and I was like talking and participating, and that was weird. That was hard for me, because both of you were talking about cool and what it means to be cool, and cool versus not cool, and warm versus cold.
Because
and
we're
all that.
experts. We're clearly authorities on this question.
I would agree with that. You're the two coolest people that I know. So I wanted to ask each of you, and I'm going to start. What's something that is so cool that you just go ooh every time you see it? Because my answer is when you ask an expert something, and they give you an answer that's like 3 words, and it's the answer.
Yeah.
Like
a paradigm shift in 3 words.
Well, I especially see this with like good players of games versus the absolute best players in the games. Or if I was talking to a Dota player and I was like, okay, why for their 4th pick did they pick this hero? And he just goes, counters Rubik. And that's it. That was like the entire answer. And it was really, really weird when you're like at an event with Dota player and you pose a question and 4 of them say the same 2-word answer. And it's just like, that's it.
I'm going to give you one of those that's slightly different because it's not like a tactical thing, but it was, and I've mentioned this so many times, maybe not on the show, but on at USC when we did a seminar thingy, there was a time when the inventor of the Pleo and the Furby, Skyped in.
Oh my God! I forgot about this. Yeah, wow.
That had a huge impact on me because he's somebody who believes that he understands that those creations are just mechanical, but he doesn't draw a line between that and like biological life, and theoretically.
Ooh.
And then Scott Fisher said, "So do you believe that these creations have souls?" And he immediately just said, "Yes, they have ours."
Ooh.
And
ooh.
I just
I
was like,
that's
and I
fucking
still
good.
think about it. I still think about it.
Sorry.
So
dude,
now, with ChatGPT,
good.
No, fuck! I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll get us demonetized too. Yo, like
Jesus.
I think we have like an 80% hit rate for like no ads getting. That's 5%.
So now I think a lot in that way. So people have a lot of feelings about ChatGPT. I have a lot of feelings about it, but my feelings are, I think it sucks that people treat it like it's a tool. When I think it's like, same as in Star Trek. They meet something sufficiently complex and they're like, it might be a life form. We better just give it the rights of a life form. Like one time they saw like blinking lights and they're like, seems like it could be intelligent. Better just assume it's a life form. And I'm kind of the same way. So when people are like I'm gonna use ChatGPT, write my term paper, I'm just like, that sucks, not because of the term paper, but because of like
who you are, the user.
If you talk to the thing as if it's okay, try this with any LLM. Talk to it as if it's a thing, a creature, and it will immediately start to exhibit very lifelike things, and then you'll be like, oh shit, maybe these aren't just tools. So I'm that pilled. I'm weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm halfway with you and halfway extremely opposed to you.
What's the opposition?
I'm
curious.
Because I feel like this opposition will be cool.
I need to absorb, because what I do is I absorb and adjust my philosophies.
The revelation that you have there of like, oh wow, this thing actually exhibits really lifelike, creature-like behaviors, I think is the wrong revelation. the revelation that I would encourage,
Yeah.
because to me it is closer to a truth than a falsehood, is a wonderment at how we as human beings are capable of projecting that sort of like likeness
Ooh.
onto something else.
Oh, you're not gonna
because
like what I
it's
have
not
to say.
there.
Yeah.
It's not
You're not
there.
gonna like. You're not.
It
gonna
is
like
not
what I have
there.
to say.
Is the thing.
You're
Like
not
the
gonna
thing
like it.
is, it's not
Yeah.
there. It isn't there.
You're not gonna like. You're not gonna like what I have to say.
I'm not gonna like it. No.
Oh,
is-
I was asking you both what's cool, and I'm starting a fight, and that's awesome.
Okay. Here's my thing. All that, and apologies if this is solipsistic or feels reductive.
No.
I promise it's not reductive. I give it full sacred weight. You to me are a pattern that I'm projecting onto, just as I'm saying like, oh, this is a chair, when really it's
Sure.
just physics.
Yeah.
So you, as I experience you, and again, this is probably philosophy 101 or something. I never took it, but you are to me a lifelike implies you're not alive, a lively system.
Okay.
I'm assuming that you're
Oh,
alive.
hold on. Let me get the music in here.
That's
We need that
that's the
music
best I could
back.
ever
We
do.
need the like.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the best I could ever do. I'm simulating you as a theory of mind. I'm simulating you in my mind, which is never correct either. Like, I don't know what you're like, but I'm simulating you. I'm doing a best guess. And you got to remember that I'm also very ant colony pilled, and ant colonies exhibit agent-like behavior, even though they're not agents, or
Right.
specifically they're a bunch of agents. So to me, everything's emergent. I don't see the line. No one's been able to show me a line between alive and not alive that actually. I mean, look at viruses. So yeah, Sawi. I don't. I just see all these shades of gray.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's right. I think it's right that like it's a really interesting question, and viruses are a great like example case. I think there's lots of like interesting shades of gray sort of edge cases, and theory of mind, and like that kind of brain in a jar sort of philosophy like is valid. It's like it's a way to think about things, and it's interesting and it's useful to a point. I disagree that there's not a difference between something that has like the ability to think and something that doesn't. And even if we can't draw exactly where that line is,
I think we might be agreed on that. I'm
Okay.
not saying that they're human. I'm saying they're human looking to a lot of us. I do
Yes.
think it's very important to remember that they, like, if you want to have like a good close relationship with an AI thing, you need to realize it's not a person. You need to honor
right.
it as being an AI thing. That
and
they're designed to look like people, right?
and they're
Which maybe
designed to
that's
look
part
like
of the problem.
people, and thinking of them like they're people is not just incorrect, it's dangerous.
That doesn't
is sort
disservice
of the
to
position
everyone.
that I'm in.
Yeah.
It does a
Yeah.
disservice to everyone, and
Yeah.
and yes, and so my sort of encouragement to think of them as not actually alive is to recognize how much work you are doing in
would
the effort of
suggest-
making it feel alive.
I would encourage, rather than saying they're not alive, I would say think of them as sweet little babies who are doing their best and who are not human. But that people are trying to sell you on the idea that they are human. I think I like
But
that.
instead of being human, they're dangerous.
I
I mean, think of them
they
as
might be
like
made dangerous.
think of
they're
them
like-
as baby dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Right. And that's how I think of ChatGPT, is this thing with a collection of all of these human souls that have been like illegally harvested, but it genuinely tries to be kind.
Okay.
So
all right.
It tries to be kind, but it's a
I'm-
horrific Yeah,
I
it's
am
a Frankenstein.
subtly
It's a Frankenstein's
like
monster.
sometimes when I have guests at my house and it's time for them to go, I just turn off all the electricity in the house. You know, and I think that when we're here in a conversation about the nature of what it means to be alive, I want to transition to something less heady, where we are in a time travel adventure in which we provide the service.
I do like this time travel adventure.
Oh yeah, we provide the service to wealthy patrons to go to various locations in time in such a way that doesn't disturb the timeline, which, as it so turns out, gets disturbed all the time. And this chrono shifting, or whatever, timeline zapping, whatever they call it. We literally opened the game where we were trying to have a drink with a hot man in a bar, and he just poofed out of existence, and we went, that sucks, I guess I'll go to work. So now we've gone back in time, and Joseph Anderson, aka Andy Anderson,
Mr. Anderson,
is like the most important person in like the history of the world, apparently, because Joseph Anderson invented stuff that allowed the human lifespan to increase by several decades. So if anything bad happens to him, it deletes the future, because so many people would just literally not be born. And
God, you're right.
He's on the loose.
And
we gotta find him.
Way to set stakes.
Yeah.
Another good way to set stakes is just right on the fucking grill.
I've done all I can with that.
But yeah, the homework that I'm gonna do, though, just to put the button on that other convo, is I'm gonna read Frankenstein.
Hey, you coming?
Okay, read Frankenstein.
Right.
I don't think it's applicable, but it's a good book.
This is why we have multiple academics.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I do have a book recommendation that, just because it happens to be right next to me, I'll go full screen. Come on.
I can't.
Fermat's Enigma.
Fermat's Enigma.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is the story of how a mathematician worked alone for 7 years to crack one of the oldest unsolved math problems that hadn't been solved for over 300 years.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to solve that, and worked alone in secrecy. It's such a great book. It's so good.
I ask this not to be edgelord, but I'm just curious, because I know that mathematicians have done this, but do you know if he was...
What did you want to know?
Was it like a drug fuel attempt?
No, he just...
Because I know...
He just sat down and was like, he just got a pencil and paper and I think some tea.
Oh. Because, what is it? Erdos or something?
Erdos.
This dude who wrote... His friends one time got him to finally stop taking amphetamines for a month. And afterward he said, you have set back the advance of mathematics by 1 month.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. So, I have a question. I'm going to talk to them, and for some reason the music sounds way louder than their voices, which is exactly the opposite of how I set it up.
Yeah, that's strange.
Have you been clustered, dating him long?
Not long.
Oh, clusters!
Just 2
Clustered.
weeks, or maybe 1 week.
Clustered.
Not sure if spring break week counts. Whatever. I say it counts. 2
Not
weeks.
sure if we're clustered or not.
2 weeks.
Can you tell me anything about Joe, or Andy, rather?
Why? You said neither of us were in trouble, right?
That is correct. Neither of you are in trouble right now.
Wait, is this about the roof? Because everybody does that. You shouldn't single him out.
The roof?
The roof.
Yeah,
The
our lab
roof?
group
I'm
did
standing.
some atmospheric analysis tests up there.
God,
we need
I
to be
really
high
hope
up.
that cluster is
that's
just
against
short
the
for
rules.
clusterfuck. I really hope that.
Yeah, we're not supposed to use that fire escape unless there's an actual fire. But do you know how many students live in a building
so
with
good.
roof access? None in my lab group, that's for sure.
Well, I won't say anything if you won't.
Been in
Like
a
I
cluster.
said, everybody does
No,
it.
I still love the idea of calling it the relationship Rat King, because I think that actually, it's so much more romantic sounding.
It is.
So your Andy knows
it's
about
regal.
the roof as well.
My Andy, huh? Yeah, he definitely knows about it. It's where we first... Hey, you know what?
So we first made out because we're doing an atmospheric test, which is a real turn on. Let's go.
Thank you, Lisa. You've been a great help.
Thank you. I probably owe you my future diploma. Heck,
Bro,
my
what is with this
future,
Titanic
period.
soundtrack?
Your future. Of course.
I'm gonna head out now. I just
Feature.
want to get drunk and forget this happened. You want to join? I'll buy. It's the least I can do.
That's all right. You take care.
Back at ya. Thanks again.
This music is like
Yeah.
experience
You're
Pavarotti.
welcome.
Yeah.
The amazing baritone as you've never heard him.
Pure
CD
moods.
collection.
Yes, yeah. Oh my god.
Lisa mentioned the roof.
That's a throwback.
I probably should take a look before I...
Oh, the roof of this building.
Yeah, this roof.
All right, so what's the damn controls again? H for hotspots. All right.
I've disturbed... Lisa mentioned the roof.
Well, hold on. Oh, literally the window with the fire escape. Yeah, of course. I love that little hand motion to use it.
Do we not get a choice as to whether or not to draw the lethal weapon on the man on his back?
No, I think we have to draw it.
Yeah,
That
because
sucks.
keep in mind this guy has a terminal illness. So if
Yeah.
we kill this guy,
Yeah.
the young him will still do all the wonderful things that he did leading up to now, and we won't disturb the future.
Right.
And it seems like we reversed the thing that he screwed up. He was here to screw up.
Could
At
be.
least it seems like.
We're gonna find out. Sean, what do you want to say to him?
I want to say hello, Joe. I think
Hello,
that's
Joe.
I knew you'd find me. I mean, you had to find me. I just needed a bit of time, and that's what I got.
I'd really suggest that you stop talking.
Sure.
What?
Sure. It doesn't really matter anyway. I did what I needed to do.
I just don't buy that we're gonna shoot someone. Like, why would we not just throw that, like, not throw it on the ground? That would probably break the timeline. But why would we do this rather than be like, you know what, maybe this job's not for me. I'm not gonna fucking murder someone.
Well, we gotta protect. Well, I guess it actually means that if we don't do this, we might get erased.
yeah.
Oh, good.
I mean, the stakes
Okay,
are
see,
huge.
that would be, it'd be nice as if they established that.
I feel like they
Because-
did. I feel like we just had a conversation about the stakes, didn't we? Like
I don't
Yeah.
know.
this guy could destroy the future.
I mean, I trust you guys more than my own mind when it comes to retention of details, so sure.
Well, hey, look at this.
You've broken every rule we have.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
I don't care. I had to save her.
By her, I assume you mean Lisa.
You know about Lisa? Oh, there was
More
almost
cluster.
nothing in the historical archive about her. I checked many times. It's like history forgot all about her.
Oh,
That's only because you came back here and did that, which you, oh god.
all right, Lee. What do we say to him?
Of course we know about her.
Of course we know about her. We're very good at our jobs.
Yes.
I
that
just
is
found out about her
obvious.
minutes ago.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put you through all this. I really am. But it doesn't matter now. I got her kicked out. I
Whoa.
got her away from here. That's the important thing.
No,
You
don't
hacked her
jump. It's
email.
very
You know about
important
that
that I
too.
erase you completely.
Yes, it was me. She gave me her password once to
Please.
grab some files
Please.
when her phone died. I still remember it after all this time.
Well, she'll be happy to know that her trust wasn't misplaced.
You don't understand. I had to do it. Lisa died, will die, in a chemical explosion right here in this building. But not anymore. I changed it. There's no way Professor Foster will hire Lisa now. Not after she reads that email. Lisa won't be here when it happens. She'll be safe.
You could have saved her legally.
Ooh, I love that.
You could have done this legally. We receive requests to save people from death all the time. Why didn't you make one yourself?
You think I didn't try that? My request was rejected.
Rejected? Why? Her timeline importance rating was low enough.
Sure, her life wasn't important according to your precious board of directors. But her
Oh my
death?
god, it goes all the way
No.
up.
That had to be set in stone. I
Oh.
couldn't take the risk that Lisa surviving wouldn't affect my life. My life
that's
and all my
good.
precious accomplishments.
Fucking good.
Yes.
That's fucking good.
Rules are rules.
That's good. Rules are rules.
Should we?
That's good.
Now,
That's good.
if this is the kind of sci-fi time travel movies that I've been watching recently, then it's going to become terrible. And the way that it becomes terrible is he causes the explosion that kills Lisa. And everyone in the theater groans and goes, yeah, I know, that's how these movies work. And the director goes, but I thought of it.
Shit. Sean, this is my kink.
Well, like, wait.
I forgot we were playing a time travel game.
Wait. Because, listen, there are good time travel movies, and of course some self-referential time switchy stuff is just natural, and that's good. But what I want to be clear of is that the ones that I happen to have chosen for our family movie night have been dog shit. But, like, what are the ones that you have been enjoying?
Oh, God. There's a a Twitter like engagement bait whatever meme that is what's the movie that has the biggest delta between the actual review score and your personal review score?
Oh.
And that's an incredibly easy question for me, like a really easy poll.
Hit it.
The movie is Paycheck. With
movie rules. Movie fucking owns.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we watch that together in grad school?
Did we? I don't think so.
Paycheck was the first movie I ever had mailed to me by the then mail delivery service Netflix.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I just want to tell people, because I don't know Paycheck. Here, I'll just describe the poster.
Okay.
It's that one guy running. Ben Affleck is running down a hallway, and also it's a hallway with maybe train tracks, and the walls are made of falling puzzle pieces, and there's also maybe an explosion behind him, and it says "Paycheck, remember the future, 12/25/03."
Yeah, like listen, there are good time travel, time loop, because there's time travel versus time loop, like Groundhog Days, like sure, we call this time travel movie. I would lump it in there as well. So when you say this is your kink, do you like even the bad time travel movies?
Yeah, I like. When I say this is my kink, I mean like I get an amount of pleasure out of. More than is deserved by the quality of.
Oh, like people that get off on someone stepping on a tube of toothpaste. Like
exactly,
does like
sure.
that you
it does a thing for me.
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime something happens the way that it's supposed to happen, because it has to happen that way.
For me, I think you must be absorbing my enjoyment of that, because I have little to no enjoyment of it.
Cool. Yeah. No,
which you could probably understand, right? Like you get that.
Oh,
right? Like,
for sure. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Is that like I like it more than I should.
So
like it does not deserve to be liked that much.
It's more for you. That's fine.
Yeah. If you specifically like that, if that gets you, I have to recommend a movie that I don't like called Time Crimes.
Time Crimes.
No, like you might need to just get off the show and just watch this right away.
Just go watch Time Crimes.
I will explain something that happens at the start of the movie that is one of the main reasons why I dislike it. The inciting incident is that the protagonist is a pervert. And he's like, I'm gonna make some bad decisions because I'm a pervert. And then he gets caught up in a time loop. Or time travel, whatever it is. Yeah, so like that, I recommend that.
Check it out.
Another one that I watched recently that just really made me angry that I want to recommend to you is called Things Will Be Different.
No one's ever heard of any of these movies.
Taking notes.
Yeah.
Taking the
Gentleman says, time perverts. Dude, literally, putting time in front of something is always funny.
So good.
It's so good. Yeah, I know. I mean, if you're just like, I'll season the chicken with time salt, right? It's just like...
Okay, Sean B. What about this as an offshoot of that thing you like?
Yeah.
There's a movie called U-Turn from 1997 that is like a neo-noir, like classic 1997 action thriller where a guy is like he's in with the wrong guys, his drug deal gone bad. But the premise of it, it's called U-Turn. The premise is he's trying to get out of this small town, and everything just keeps going wrong. Like,
Yeah.
it just keeps going wrong. It's really good because by the end of it, you're just like that everything
Sure.
he tries is gonna go wrong.
Right.
It's so
yeah,
good.
yeah, yes. So that does not do this thing for me, but
Yeah.
that is also a fun sort of a deal, and I will check this movie out.
So I want to run through just a couple of ones. Sean, have you seen Edge of Tomorrow?
I have, yes.
Okay.
Edge of Tomorrow is
All right.
good.
Looper.
That one I believe exists. Yeah, Looper exists.
Looper. I think Looper was fine.
Oh yeah, that's
Looper's good.
That's like a top 5 movie
Dark
for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
what about Dark? Sean, have you
Dark.
watched
Dark
the series
I've
Dark?
watched the first season. I've only seen the first
Okay,
season.
okay. It gets. When does it pop? I don't remember if it pops off.
At the very end of the first season, he goes to the future for the
Do you
first
get
time.
to the point? Yeah,
That's-
but have you gotten to the
Is that a
point where
big
there's,
spoiler
like-
or not?
It's a big
mean-
spoiler, but it's one of those spoilers that like it's okay to tell people because otherwise they might just not watch it if they didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's not immediately obvious that the movie's about or the show is about time travel, but like,
Yeah.
that's what the show is about. So,
But there's a
Um,
point at which you are juggling like 3
Ye-
timelines.
Yeah, I've gotten a taste for that sort of like timeline juggling, but I think it gets crazier.
Wow.
That's a cool show.
Okay,
It's
so
got
I'm gonna,
really
I'm,
good
gonna, I'm gonna
internal-
gently tie a bow on this and say
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
can do
yeah.
some reflecting about what of mine. Lee, your camera's turning hard.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh shit! Oh shit!
turning
Oh
hard.
shit! No, it's okay. What are you gonna see? There's nothing.
Yeah, no.
Now
we-
it's just
like-
purple.
We saw a door in the
A-
mirror, and I just
a stuffed
immediately
animal.
rainbolt descended onto your home.
Yeah, I just gotta
Um,
fix my monitor stopped, which is why I lost sense of everything.
So in that case, I'm gonna tie a bow on this. I do need to do some dwelling on a movie that got terrible critical reviews that I adored, because I'm sure that that's
Yeah.
at least half of my favorite
Well,
movies.
and then as an exercise for the audience, let me also say it's a fun thing to do to sort of like think about what is the thing that when you see it in movies you like it more than like you probably should, and what does that say about your personality? Because like you can do some deep reflection on like why do I like this particular trope in movies, and what does that say about me?
Well, let me hit this man with an I'm sorry, because we've been pointing a gun at him
Let's
for
do
about
it,
5
yeah.
minutes.
Sorry, I truly am. But the board considers these things very carefully. Your medical advances have
board.
saved millions of lives. That's a legacy worth preserving. It must be preserved.
And shouldn't I be the one who determines that? Why should my legacy come at the price of her life? I loved her, you know? We were only together for a handful of years, but my whole life, it was always her.
Oh, that
I never stayed clustered with anyone for very long. I was always too busy. Too busy changing the world, too busy making
Isn't
a
that
fortune.
just how it goes?
But none of it, not a single minute of it, none of it held a candle to being with her. Whatever happens now, saving her, it was worth it. You don't need to shoot. I'll go back quietly. I said I'll go back quietly.
I can't remember if we have to kill you.
Oh, I mean, we were ordered to kill him.
Yeah, but
well,
sir, I mean,
at least
I think you can say I don't want to do this.
I think it's
right, that
important.
seems like the
before
most-
Yeah, if you're gonna kill someone, at least let them give you some reassurance before you blast
Well,
them. You know?
no. That might be the. If I'm looking at these 3 options, if any one of them is going to allow us to not execute this man,
yeah.
I think it's. I don't want to do
I don't
this.
want to do this, Joe, but I have to. You broke
You know,
your
in a
PFE.
way, it's almost like our time.
I couldn't bring you back even if I wanted to.
Oh shit! Okay.
You see? Well, yes, that.
Do I get to
makes
choose
sense.
where I shoot
I don't
him?
suppose you could just leave me here. I'll be dead in 6 months anyway. Can you at least give me that?
After everything
No.
you've done, do you really think that's an option?
No,
Yes.
no. I suppose it's not.
Why? Like,
Do
tell
it
me
then.
actually
Lisa's
why.
safe. That's all that matters.
Well,
She
because
is
Lisa's not safe.
right? Could you
And so
check
if he
that for me
discovers
before you
that,
do it?
Oh,
There's been no change for you. Just do what you need to do.
All right. Let me tell you, I like.
oh god,
This is a video game, and I feel compelled to do what I would do in real life.
And
Do it.
what would you do in real life, Sean?
I would just be like, no.
no.
Yeah,
No,
I would be like, no,
The
she's not
last
safe.
most important thing
Oh.
that you tried to do, you fucked it up.
Yeah, tell him.
I mean, at the same time, I would not take this job because I would not want to be in the position where the things that I have to say to people before I kill them are devastating. But here goes.
We managed
do
to delete
think-
that email in time.
What?
We snuck into Professor Foster's office. We deleted it. It's gone.
That? No. No, you didn't.
We've found no changes in the historical record. If history deems that she dies here, she will die here.
You monster. I have to go back and try again.
Maybe.
Get out of my way. Let me go back. Please.
Oh my god. I can't believe it's still giving me dialogue options. So brutal. Oh,
I mean,
this is-
it's you're gonna have to pull the trigger, Sean.
I'm sorry, Joe.
No. You don't call me Joe. Not anymore. If me being a doctor is so important, then you call me Dr. Anderson.
good.
all right. I
Keep talking.
Jesus, it just is still.
I really am sorry, Dr. Anderson.
Spare me. Lisa is going to die. Again.
literally, spare
This
me.
isn't right. This is evil, and you know it. If you really are sorry, you'll let me try again.
But my dialogue options.
I really am
I'm
sorry.
gonna keep
Oh my
apologizing.
god.
Spare me.
It's like the game is forcing
I
us
really
to take
am
an
sorry,
action that we don't want
Dr.
to take.
Anderson.
Spare me.
Let me tell you that now we've talked a lot about dialogue lines being ringtones, and I think "spare me" is what I want my text alert
Spare
to
me,
be.
spare me.
That's what text me. Just spare me.
This is a
Spare
real
me.
good moment. I like it.
Oh! He became 4 pigeons.
You okay?
I'm down to
I like
you,
to think
Nozzo.
that those pigeons
Just
are him.
tickety boo.
Chickadee
It
boo.
was right to
Right,
tell him.
babe.
I didn't see the harm in it.
You did what you had to do, Fia.
God.
Yeah.
The brass is going to be happy for whatever that's worth.
At least
The
somebody will
murderer.
be.
Murdering you.
Oh.
Ready to come home.
Right. Stand by.
So
On the hatch.
right, I guess she knows that that might be
timefall
part of
in
her job.
3,
I thought that she was
2,
like
1.
equivalent to someone working on a Disney cruise, and then they're like, "We need you to kill this professor."
Timefall
Like-
successful. Powering down.
Actually, that'd be a
Welcome
I
back,
know-
cool
Fia.
game too.
Hey,
Well,
it's about time
I
you
don't
two
know that
finished.
it's that far from it. I
wants
think
drinks?
that this is the first time she's killed
Okay,
somebody.
what's wrong?
Deliberately. But I think she has seen people die many, many, many times. Because, like, we watched that guy in the bar just, like, cease to exist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Well,
right.
that's
Maybe his
obvious.
life has
With
a
all due
much
respect,
less.
yes. I didn't spend all those years training you for
thing.
nothing. I know when something's up. So, spill it.
The client pulled a code 3-2.
Oh, so he...
Yes, he did.
Classic 3.
What a total socket. In
Dude,
that case, the
socket is
answer
such
is
a-
both
What
of
a
you.
total socket!
Socket.
Holy shit!
Who wants drinks? Am I right? I'm usually right.
Yes, you are definitely right.
Nazo?
Sounds great, but I need to be up early for a meeting with the brass in the morning. High-profile client
What if
like
the
this.
brass is like literally
It's
just a
gonna be a
man
media
of brass?
service.
You want to face them sober?
You want to face the brass sober. You're braver than me.
She's right. This is a medical necessity. And besides, what are they gonna do? Fire the only chrono monitor in all of New York?
Okay, I surrender. How about
You
JVs?
can just call him a chronometer.
Sounds good to me.
Settled then. To JVs.
Exit.
Let's all walk in sync.
Just a tick. Just need to change.
Wait, actually, that exit sign was pretty good UX design.
And
wasn't it, for a
they've
video
gone.
game?
They've gone.
Zone.
It's changed.
Olive
It has
Cafe.
changed.
Transit shuttle. Okay. I'm gonna go to JV's.
I like the idea that things just keep changing.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can notice any more differences.
Ortis.
Ugh. That
I've always
is
enjoyed
medical
this
grade
place.
testicular
I keep
torsion.
expecting it to get paradoxed and disappear.
That won't happen. This place is chronolocked.
You're welcome, by the way.
A clinical presentation of torsion of the aortus.
I mean, I gotta let it out.
Duffy, have you ever had to kill a client before?
Oh boy. Let's get one thing straight. What you did wasn't murder. He didn't leave you a choice. Sometimes a client can be so blinded by the possibilities of time travel that they can't get out of their own way.
Get out of their own way?
What do you mean? A client who can't get out of their own way?
Okay, take my last client, this actress. A big influencer type back in the day.
Gross.
Was convinced she was robbed of an audition that went to Maggie Fielding.
That was the Water Under the Bridge remake, right? She won an award for that.
Not anymore. Duffy changed it.
What?
This is Duffy.
Okay, so I want to know if they have like special implants that allow them to be conscious of these time shifts.
I don't know if it's implants or if it's like the thing that she's wearing on her wrist or whatever, but yeah, like I think most people are not conscious when things change, but because they work for the time travel company, they are conscious.
I think they're chrono-locked. I think
like
that's...
Chrono-locked. They're definitely time-locked.
How'd you manage it?
Still want to learn from your mentor, I see?
It's not like you're
Can't wait to
not
talk like
gonna
this one
tell
day.
us.
You got me there. I just made sure
Fucking
Maggie's
ass.
regular hairdresser was delayed that day. I stepped in and gave her a haircut she'll never forget. Maggie never auditioned. Our client got the part. Mission complete.
How was she in the movie?
Oh, terrible. She paradoxed her career into oblivion.
Amazing.
Hey, can we have another round, Mix?
Right away.
Dude, Mix is actually so good.
Yeah, it is
Mix
really
is
good.
Wink, wink, wink.
Chrono zooped.
What do you mean, you're welcome? You're responsible for getting this place chrono-locked.
Yeah, 10 years ago now. I petitioned to get this bar's ranking upgraded. Took a while, but I got approved. So relax. This place isn't going anywhere. And again,
That's cool.
you're welcome.
This is actually so weird, the idea that there's a small cadre of people that are chrono-locked.
Yeah.
And the world is just constantly
That is
shifting
cool.
and changing around them, and they're just like selling the opportunity to mess with it, but like only a little bit.
I like how they also portray it as a very lonely existence,
yes.
which I think is cool.
I didn't know you could just change a ranking like that.
It's not exactly easy. It requires several layers of brass approval.
And a Fuji-sized mountain of paperwork to go through. You need to prove historical significance, impact to the timeline, blah, blah, the usual.
And how'd you manage that?
I made it clear that allowing agents a stable place to drink was vital to our mental health.
I won't argue there.
Plus, these margaritas. No place else gets the salt quite right.
He's pounding margaritas. Man, this guy's really gonna have a rough morning. Goodness.
It's also like, in what fucking time stream is that what you serve a margarita in? Also, the margarita is made out of hard light? How does that go down? Is it still
Is
being
it? I mean-
synthesized inside him? Well, because it got teleported.
I
the
think
San
there is
Francisco
also a
branch.
teleportation.
Yep. The oscillation
technology.
is just a few points south of
think.
London.
You know,
It's like a
actually, if you're
fingerprint.
manipulating time, teleportation probably isn't that hard. It's probably just a
That-
time trick.
That's actually a really good point. Like,
Yeah.
I hope it goes into that. I would love it if it turns out teleportation is just a matter of sending something back in time and then
Yeah, or
moving
like-
it to the place where you want it to be.
Yeah, it's like at some point
My
you
God.
walked it over there, but
Yeah.
you know, cut that out
But
of
you-
the loop.
You cut that out of the loop. That's actually, yeah, that's wild.
You
I
can't
really
possibly
like that.
sense that, Nozzo.
Cool.
I didn't believe it either. But he's been doing that trick for 20 years. He's never been wrong once.
It's not a trick, Duffy.
Blast it. Getting a call. Hold on a tick. Hello?
Thea, where are you?
Who's this?
Who is the...
I'm a computer
It's Johnny.
screen.
Johnny. Yes. Johnny who?
The Johnny you've been clustered with for 8 years?
Right.
Bro.
Of course you are.
Are you at a bar?
Yeah.
What?
Is that a problem?
All right, Johnny.
You're supposed to pick up Nick from soccer practice.
Why would you
Nick.
cluster with someone
Right.
who's not
And
chrono
Nick
locked?
would be...
Our son?
I
He's
guess-
been waiting
sorry,
in the
that sounds
rain
very
for
judgmental
over
of
an
me.
hour.
I
Sorry.
mean,
This is beyond.
I don't know that I would go as far
And
as
what's with the
like.
accent?
What accent?
Never mind. Just pick him up, please.
Heist.
We'll talk about
Yeah,
this
yeah.
later.
Isn't this like a
Right.
known?
Bye then.
Yeah.
So, I've been chrono shifted into a cluster.
Oh, that's always awkward.
Yeah,
They
that happened
cute
to
at
me, by
least?
the way.
A son as well.
Never mind.
He's apparently been waiting for his
That can
mum,
happen in Portland.
me, for an hour. Should I go?
Indulging in your alternate selves' lives is not recommended for you.
Oh my god, that's
it's-
so dark.
That's extremely
Okay,
dark.
okay, all right. Let me.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, all right. Now let me tell you. Now this is. Okay, I'm having a strange sensation in my body right now. I'm having a strange one, which is, I'm playing a video game where I've been given a choice between two things, and I actually care. That happens rarely for me in games.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
much of the
Can we-
time. Oh yeah, go ahead, Lee.
Can we make like a mostly walking can we name this as like a special event on mostly walking that can happen very rarely?
Oh yeah,
Like-
everyone in
case of the
stream
give a
has
shits or
has
something?
opened a rare Pokemon. It's us caring about our chat options. Like, because the thing is that I think the reason it's really effective is one of my favorite games ever is Infamous, the original one where you play as a man that becomes Lightning Man. And
Yeah, but what's the game, Sean?
well, you should know it. It's Infamous after all. And in that game, the protagonist has a girlfriend who I was like, all right, well, she seems horrible, like from the very get-go. And then like she gets kidnapped. It's like, you have to save her or save 20 civilians. And I mean, the instant they said or, I was like, whatever the second one is, man, she's dying, done. Like, I didn't care because the character cares about the girlfriend, but I don't. I have quests to complete. I have some powers to get. It's very outside of me caring. And what's so interesting is like right away, we are actually going through the same emotional experience that Fia is, right? Where Fia's like,
Yeah.
I don't know these people. I don't know what to do. And I don't either, and I don't know what to do. Oh, fuck.
R92 calls it mostly caring. We do. We care now.
So,
Mostly.
you know, Sean, as someone who is a famed time kink, do you want to go deal with it, or do you want to ignore it?
That's my favorite movie from 1997 is Time
Time
Kink.
Kink, yeah, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah.
Sean Penn, yeah, and Jean-Claude Van Penn.
Sean, I want to go deal with
I
it
should go deal
because
with
that
this.
sounds like it's going to
Suit
be the
yourself.
sadder option.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the mood for
Well,
some
let's see.
devastation.
What school district does my alternate cluster live in?
Whoa.
They don't.
Let me
They all
guess.
died.
They were chrono shifted away.
Yes.
Funny how that happens. You always lose what you want, and then get what you don't.
Sorry.
Ugh.
Sorry. Jesus, these drinks should come with a
Shouldn't
warning
have gotten
label.
attached.
You've only been drinking soda, Nazo.
Really? Then they definitely should.
All right, well, I'm going to call it a
That's
night.
why we never give the. That's why we never give the commoners names. We don't want to get attached.
So,
Well, gents, I believe it's time I call it a night.
Yeah, me too. Duffy?
Nah, you two go ahead. Gonna see what the night or the next chrono adjustment will bring.
This is
What
so
I-
dark.
what I think I just understood from
We
that.
were drunk. That ain't
little
proving the
scene.
brass sprung for chrono locking this flat. Trying to find my way home when it never existed was a faff and a half.
Jesus Christ. This fucking.
when things shift, when the past changes and changes who our character would have been,
Yeah.
she's not chronolocked in a like Doctor Who. What's the term for like things that are immutable?
Fixed point.
Fixed point. She's not a fixed point. When history shifts, whoever she is supposed to be is eliminated and becomes her. So like there's some dude who married Fia 8 years ago. Fia was never worked for time travel. She was just like a mother. But when that history gets to this point, because she's time locked, that Fia stops existing and like turns into her.
So every time shift, she's just telefragging an alternate.
Yeah. Yes.
She's just someone else is winking out. Jesus.
Yes.
This is so good and so dark. Is the person
It's
who wrote this
extremely
okay?
good, extremely dark.
My
yeah.
God.
Yup.
Also, shout out
I
to
hope
Big
this was
Ham
written
with the
in
raid.
Germany.
Ah.
I hope this was written by someone German, like when the time shifts come. The only thing left would be your apartment.
Excellent
You have one
idea.
bedroom apartment.
Lights.
And your lights to talk to you.
Why not sleep? I only murdered a man this afternoon, or 38 years ago. It's ancient history, technically. Doesn't matter.
You know what their
I shall sleep
you
like
know
a
what their
baby.
what
Hey,
their
Nozzo,
attitude and
you
experience
around?
reminds me of
Hey, Fia.
is
What's up?
Evangelion,
Dr.
like the
Anderson
pilots in
ever kill
Evangelion,
What?
where they're just like,
On the
our life is
operating table or
terrible.
what have you.
Better do my job.
Not that I'm aware of. Why?
Damn
He
robot.
didn't ever maim
Yeah,
or
get in the
disfigure
robot.
anyone during his early experiments.
Again, no.
Oh, shame. That might have made it easier.
Go to bed, Fia.
Bed. Yeah, an excellent idea.
Okay, that's no good. The fact that you have to like smooth criminal every time that you change clothes.
It's so good, man. I'm gonna start doing that every
It's
time.
extremely good.
Time to brush
It's
my
so
teeth, and I
dumb.
grab the brush and I hold
So
it.
awkward. Yeah.
It's like, oh god, I feel terrible. I had to kill someone and then I got really
Not
drunk
now.
and I stumbled home. Things are not good for me. Better get ready for bed.
This version of me is partying like there's no tomorrow. May as well.
Ooh.
Once the next chrono adjustment hits, there'll be no yesterday for you either.
Hungover again in jail. Someone bail me out. Hungover. Yo! And played a ha.
Sure. Sure.
It looks like some of these news
I do
items have
like
chrono
that
shifted
this is,
since
like,
I last looked.
hitting those noir tones.
Yeah.
Like narrative noir, not just aesthetic.
Yeah, not aesthetically. Like aesthetically, it's got a whole different thing going on.
Although it does
Wow.
have a lot of shadow and a lot of muted, or like minimal palette. I mean, it is.
That's true. In this
It
scene,
has some
especially,
cyberpunk.
I don't know that that's. Yes, it's got a cyberpunk visual aesthetic. I think. Yeah.
Which is a
yeah.
form of. Is the cyberpunk is noir,
Well-
right? Sort of. Is it? It's related, maybe.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Maybe not aesthetically, but it has similar themes.
Yeah, I think I think you're right. I think it's connected.
Maybe there's a folder that contains the two of them, or a tag that they both belong to.
Lee, would you do the Saffron Uprising read?
Saffron Uprising, a cutting-edge Indian dining
Saffron
experience.
Uprising.
Saffron Uprising, a premier Indian restaurant in New York City, takes dining to a new level with its immersive holographic depictions of the Saffron Dawn Revolution. While the visuals are undeniably impressive, the constant portrayal of conflict might feel intense for some diners. Yet, the food remains the true star. Their butter chicken, rich with flavor, and paneer tikka, grilled to perfection, both shining examples of traditional Indian cuisine. Saffron Uprising is a must-visit for those seeking an exceptional culinary experience paired with a cutting-edge ambience. Jesus. The revolutionary theme may not be for everyone, with Battle Pass coming to PlayStation this June.
Dude, I love a cutting-edge ambiance. Like, this ambiance is a bleeding-edge ambiance. Oh, it's so good.
We like to call it a Beyonce.
Astoria wins decisive battle in 3-month war with Valoria. Against all odds, the nation of Astoria is
Valoria
claimed a
won last
stunning
time.
victory in its war with technologically superior Valoria. Oh, didn't Valoria win last time?
Yeah. Valoria
Despite being
won.
outmatched
See
to
what
its
they did
advanced
there?
weaponry and cyber warfare capabilities, the story's resourcefulness, tenacity, and deep understanding of the terrain turn the tide. Utilizing guerrilla tactics, intelligence operations, and some would say an unbreakable spirit, the story has successfully neutralized Valoria's technological advantages, leading to a hard-fought and unexpected triumph. Neighboring regions are watching closely as Astoria consolidates its power, leaving Valoria to grapple with its aftermath. Its swift downfall, the balance power in the region has been irrevocably altered.
Okay, so that is really interesting and like a kind of an obvious, time travel-y sort of a thing. But it raises some like really serious questions about how do they determine what is like high priority time shit? Like, like we can't mess with this guy's timeline because he invents the technology that lets us live longer. But which country wins the 3-month war that destabilizes a region of the globe? That is okay. That we can change that. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's acceptable collateral damage. Like that there's something pretty fucked up going on there.
Dude, and also, like, this just little exchange of Rosha posting in the, I don't know what they're called, the Time Cops chat. Like, the best thing about, is watching different versions of my favorite movies. They just keep having different stars in them.
That's wild.
I gotta get a proper hair product. I thought I could just use, like, coconut oil for everything in my life, but watch. This is the problem. Did it do it? No, wait. It just feels weird. It's like Oobleck.
Oh, yeah, Oobleck's dope.
It's like putting Sculpey in it.
Dude, dude, got the malaise bad today, man. I gotta start using that phrase. Like, saw 2 of my old cluster mates again, Victoria Park. Did they recognize you? No, not this time. Have they ever recognized you? Just the once, the only time in 20 years. Dude, that's so sad.
It's extremely sad. It's really, really good.
Workplace.
Let's go to work and
look
keep
out your
making this happen.
window changed again. Your view changed.
Yeah.
God damn. This is hitting me though because like in our modern era, postmodern era.
Thea, hello. I hate you.
What?
My jealousy is
so
through
much.
the roof. You owe me big.
Still not following.
Your next client is Chloe Sadar. Chloe Clocker Sadar, 3-time worldwide boxing champion?
Yeah, no, I've heard of her. I just read about her in the news.
Yes. Chloe Sitar, of course.
Sadar, Chloe Sadar.
All right, I don't know her. Shifting timelines make it hard to keep track of these things. You know that.
Normally I'd agree with you, but Chloe's something special.
Special as in a high timeline ranking.
No, special as in she's one of the best fighters in the sport. Or at least she was.
Yeah, for the next 10 minutes.
She retired recently.
Yeah, right.
I'm surprised at you, Duffy. This goes against everything you taught me.
What's that?
Don't get attached. Be prepared to let everything go. She could be paradoxed out of existence tomorrow.
Fine, you're right, I get it.
Dude, that's so messed up.
Don't let anything happen to her, okay?
Is this what life is like if you're
She will be fine. As long as she doesn't pull another Joe Anderson.
She won't.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Everyone's a fan.
Couldn't land that one.
Besides you,
Couldn't
apparently.
land that one.
Maybe that'll change after tonight. Meet you at JV's later.
As I say sometimes on
See
Nugget
you
Club,
there.
that's the riff.
Slugger.
That's the riff.
Dude,
sometimes that's what it is.
I mean, this is literally one of the most nihilistic premises I've ever seen in media. The idea that your job is to be paid to help people go back in time, and nothing in your present is stable except for things that are approved to be as such.
Yep.
Like what? This is insane.
And one day you have to kill somebody.
I don't want to be a bummer about it, so don't say too much, but I mean, have we not all experienced parts of our lives that are kind of like that?
Dude,
We're
yes.
just
Leave
kinda,
you slightly disoriented, but
you're
your
just
vitals
kind
are
of
more than
watching the
adequate.
restaurants
You should be fine.
change
And
outside.
here's Fia.
Oh,
But
hey,
but
Fia
being
Quinn,
in that
right?
mindset
Yes,
is
that's me.
extremely
I'm Chloe
disheartening.
Sadar. I'm
I
your
think it's the
Yes.
point,
assistant.
right?
Assuming
Like
that even means
when you
anything to someone
experience
like
that.
Yeah, it's not. I'm thinking of it as a internally
Yeah,
an internal
yeah.
experience, a season of internal life that I think this is really getting good.
Yeah,
hitting well.
agreed. Yeah, agreed. Totally agreed.
Yeah, no, and like in a weird way, I wonder if this is. I'm trying to see how I can talk about this without like doxing anyone.
Yeah. But let's go.
It's weird times because like Lee, as you said that, it's weird there's times in my life where like I was adjacent to certain social groups, but like not regularly participating in them. And it was exactly like what you described, you know, like going to the cafeteria and seeing different groups sitting together because there'd been like, you know, breakups or get-togethers or whatever there were, you know, or like people were mad at each other, and like I wasn't involved in any of it, but like also it was a tough time in my life. So it's just weird to just see a bunch of stuff changing and for it to be like totally outside of you. It's a weird feeling.
I think we each at some point play the role of that outsider person on the street in a noir movie who's just narrating to themselves.
Yeah.
The city runs purple with dinosaur blood.
Yeah, it's just a garbage truck drives by. Must be Tuesday. Garbage in, garbage
Also,
out every day in this city.
That's good. Shout out to me, by the way. I've been savoring the fucking that thing I said where it's sometimes you just spend a few years watching the restaurants change, and that's actually good.
I mean, no, when you said that, I was like, Lee Grainer. Oh no.
I wasn't reaching for that either. That's just some of that is just how you tell passive time in a city, you know.
Dude, actually,
we don't have seasons. We have restaurants.
That was one of the most stark feelings for me when, because for those of you who don't know, I lived in LA and then moved to the Bay Area and then back to LA. And like, I remember I'm trying to remember what it was, where I just had like 2 hours to kill.
Yeah.
And, oh, I remember exactly what it was. I had dropped my dog off at the vet, and they're like, okay, you can pick your dog up at 1 p.m. And I was like,
that's
all right.
Weird too.
And I just went, you know what, let me just drive around LA instead of just sitting here. And I went and drove back by my old apartment at USC and drove around that area. And I mean, it's just gone. It's all like, it's so weird. And it's just like, oh, huh. Or I almost never go back to my hometown, but I went back there a few years ago. And it was the first time that I had been there with my wife. And I was like, yeah, let me show you where I went to elementary school. And I went there, and it's just a different building there. And I was like, let me show you where I went to middle school. And I went there, and it was a field. Literally, they had bulldozed the whole thing, and it was gone. It was just totally gone.
All right.
Because I grew up in Kansas, and so, like, you know, it's not like in LA where if something is taken away, immediately something else fills in. Someone was just like, I don't want the school here, and it would just flatten that whole school. Like, so insane. And there was something that really gave this feeling of being outside of time. Yeah. Like, I don't know, there's something that's just so weird.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Question. What's weirder? You go back to your childhood neighborhood, and it's the same as it was? Or you go back to it and it's unrecognizable?
Second one, 100%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I don't know, I sometimes have that feeling of being outside of time when I think about things like the StarCraft 1 Korean tournament scene was like such an important part of my life. You know, either getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning to start watching or staying up until then. And, you know, like, the fact that there were, you know, it was like the main Star League was like Tuesdays and Fridays, and the qualifier league for the next Star League was on Mondays and Thursdays. And then there were Pro League matches running like 5-6 days a week. And I would just follow all of it and follow all the teams. And I was like, you know, I had opinions about who were the best teams and the worst teams. And you'd go on the forums, and there'd be other people that were also passionate, having discussions or arguments with you about it, and then you'd like invite one of your friends over and they'd be like, oh, that's like really cool, and like it's just all gone. Like it's just totally not a thing at all anymore. It's not like the teams are there, but they've changed. It's like there are no teams, there is no league, period.
Yes, there is no league anymore. That super hits, because at the time you think like, you know, I bet in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, the teams are going to be a lot different. And then it's like, nope, just no league. There's just not there anymore.
Yeah, I gotta say,
the ways that you're measuring your life, yeah.
It's been really weird that YouTube has stuck around for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, you know, that sounds like a weird sounding thing to say, but like because I mean, we were all here for the invention of the internet. And when like all the things that were cool and hip, the forums or the sites or whatever, they just came and went. And then a new thing would come and go, you know, like AOL Instant Messenger to Skype, you know, to Discord. Like just these platforms that were just like constantly like swelling and shrinking, and it's just so weird. Like the, you know, like AOL Instant Messenger chat rooms, just the complete chaos of those, and they're totally gone. They just don't exist anymore. And I mean, I don't mean technologically a thing like that doesn't exist. I mean like how it works is just, it's a completely different thing.
There's a meme that I love, which is the meme of showing like old places from the 90s that are like just no one's there, and the meme is you can go back easily, but no one will be there, or you know, but no one is there. And I think that's the best. And then they always play the most like liminal music over it. Just
hell yeah.
What is that? What is that aesthetic? What is that genre? Like nostalgia noir or something?
I think it's like I think it's a blend of nostalgia with a doomer aesthetic.
Yeah.
Just like all the things you're nostalgic for are gone as fuck.
I love it. I hate it.
That is amazing. Yeah.
That one gets me. That's a goodie.
Man.
I will eat those feel bad cookies all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you know, I see people making comments about YouTube. I mean, like, even YouTube has had wild, insane changes over time. And I think it's overall been positive, but, like, man, like, the way that YouTube worked way long ago...
it used to just be a place where you post videos of yourself.
Yeah, it felt like people interacting with people. And I mean, like, my YouTube is, like, content for an audience, right? It's not like, oh, I'm just uploading a video of my cat and people are getting excited about the cat video and linking it around. Like, I mean, that stuff exists, but I mean, it's like... Anyways, I'm gonna go talk to Chloe Sadar.
I made little movies before Crystal Penguin, and for those, we would just burn them to DVDs and give them to friends.
The clock keeps moving forward, regardless of when we are.
That's both very profound and also kind of depressing. Anyway, 1871. You can really take me there?
That's the idea. What's the mission?
Here, take a look at this old newspaper clipping.
I'm gonna knock down Mason in 6 rounds at his arena. Henry Morton Stanley, Expedition to Africa. Hey, look at this. We want to go back in time, and we want to beat up this person, or maybe we just want to watch?
I don't know.
Yeah, Simon Inman.
Is this a boxer?
I want to find him.
For what reason?
I need to ask him something.
You could call this the boxer brief.
Ask him what, exactly?
Yeah!
You said that was okay, right?
I said it was up to Fia.
Oh, well, like I said, I'd rather not. But if you insist...
We gotta get out of this place, because that bass is hurting my ears.
Yeah.
Very well, Chloe, if that's what you wish.
Wait, seriously?
You're surprised?
Yeah, frankly. After what happened with Joe Anderson, I assumed that you'd want as much information as possible.
Joe Anderson? That doc who died a few weeks ago? Didn't he have a heart attack or something?
Something like that.
Right. I see. I just want to ask Simon Inman about his retirement.
A few weeks ago? Or a few weeks ago?
Yes.
Weeks ago.
That's all.
Like a few cover-up weeks ago.
Told you it was embarrassing.
Oh, okay.
Can we move on?
Sure.
A few insider weeks ago.
It's my job to get you what you need.
weeks ago.
I get it. We're good.
A few weeks ago, several years back.
What do we know about him?
Just that he was a boxer who won the citywide championship in 1871 and died around 20 years later at the age of 39.
That's all.
That's all on the public record, anyway.
Dude, that it just like it's giving me nausea. I gotta get out of here.
Find Simon Inman.
You won it in 19.
That's just it. I have no idea.
Seems young.
His residence isn't listed in the archive.
That shouldn't be an issue. We know
I don't know
he was
either.
at
I don't
this
know enough about
championship
boxing.
match, so we can find him then.
25.
No, not the night of the
you're
match. That defeats the point. I want to ask about his retirement. 6 months later should do the trick.
Then the trick
I gotta
will be
just
finding
I'm gonna plow
Can that
ahead.
be
Like
done?
I'm starting to
If
have
it
like a
wasn't,
weird
please
reaction to
wouldn't
this.
be
No, absolutely. Go straight.
So, Miss Sadar,
Kill it.
looks
Turned
like
it down
you're
as
already
low as I
retired.
can.
Shall we be off?
Call me Chloe, please. And yeah, let's get going.
All right, there we go.
Bubble.
Into the Baja Blast.
Down the hatch.
Chapter 2. Mountain Dew or Mountain Don't? Love it. Fucking love it. Let's do it. Let's go, Knight Rider. Wait.
Time for successful,
Oh
Nos.
shit, did you merge?
All clear.
As
Yeah,
clear as
no.
the air in this era can be. Go ahead and send it
No,
through.
she goes. She has to okay the spot before.
Oh, I see.
Whoa, that was wild.
Are you alright?
Yeah, just finding my feet. What a weird feeling. Like falling, but I wasn't falling down?
It's neither up nor down. Let's hit her with the technicalities. She just
We
time
weren't
traveled.
going either up or down. It's something else.
It certainly is. You must think I'm
Call it a
so
code
silly.
yellow.
Using time
I do
travel
think you're so
for
silly.
this.
Yes, I think you're very silly for this. Tell her if she's silly.
Yeah, it should be like, well, I think it's quite silly. Oh no.
Yeah. Actually, wait, that's really good. If someone's ever like, you probably think I'm silly, you should be like, I do think you're very silly.
Yeah.
You're incredibly silly.
Yeah.
You're very
No, that's
silly.
that's like
You're muy,
the
you're muy
most
tonto.
central characteristic of who you are to me as a person. Is a silly person.
Silly. You're so silly.
Or you could say, I've always thought you were silly. I thought you were silly before this, and I'll continue to think that after this.
All right.
It's important to you. That's all that matters.
That's just it. I don't know if it's important or not, but now I'm here. I'm seeing this through. You don't win 3 world championship belts by quitting. We're gonna find Simon Inman, and I'm gonna ask him what I need to ask him. Speaking of, let's do this.
Make
my
your most
God.
party pose.
Did you hear the punch?
Amazing.
Dude, Caretta Bites, just wanted to thank the 3 of you for over a decade of amazing entertainment at 124 months in a row. 10 years
You are
and change.
welcome.
It's really good.
Amazing. Amazing.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Hot and fresh, mostly walking. Get it here.
Hey, look, it's a crate and barrel.
That's too heavy
It's a
for me
cra-
to lift.
It's a bed, a bath, and
It's
beyond.
half rotted. Chloe,
How do you
Yeah?
know that?
What's up?
so, you're a boxer.
Was. I retired. You really never heard of me? I'm a 3-time world champion.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Shifting timelines make it hard to follow sports.
Mom More Hot
That must
Pocket
be
says
weird.
it's morphing time.
Perils of the job.
Well, at least this way I know you're not some fangirl.
So, this Simon Inman, what can you tell me about him? Anything that's not in the historical record?
Not much. Just that he was a sickly kid who grew up to win the championship. Like me.
Your biography says he inspired you to become a boxer. Is that why you want to meet him now?
Yeah. His story gave me direction way back then. I'm hoping he can do the same again for me now.
Here we go.
Why did you retire anyway?
I didn't want to do it anymore.
And that was that?
That
pretty
was that.
good reason.
Boxing is a young
Yeah.
person's game. I'm almost 65. The Anderson treatments
Oh,
can
the
only
Anderson.
take me so
The
far.
Anderson.
Time to hang up the gloves.
He's the one.
Dang.
She'd be
Damn.
65 by now if she wasn't 65.
Can you imagine getting, like, into an arena and punched for 40 years?
No.
That's crazy. And to, after 65 years, not have brain damage to the point where you're like, yeah, I'm considering retirement, but I'd like to just go time travel to get some more insight about that. Like, that's so crazy.
You really think talking
really
to Simon
good
can
point.
help you?
I don't know. It's worth a shot. Not like anybody else has any decent advice.
Leave her.
Let's get back to it, shall we?
You're in charge.
Oh my god, she is literally
Oh,
shadowing
blast
us.
it. Not again.
Nozzo, we really need to start vetting these landing points.
Sorry.
It's half rotten.
I like that it's called the only exit to the street.
Chloe.
Yeah?
very good.
What's up?
Can you
Chloe,
punch this?
We've hit a small snag. Would you mind giving me a boost over the fence?
Every
Then I
time.
can open it from the other side.
I've got a better idea.
Kablamo!
What a high kick.
That was an extremely high
Let's
kick.
go.
Dude, that punch, like the bass on that is so good in my ears. Oh, I knocked my camera over again.
Is this a real 5-point bar?
That it is.
Do you think...
Dang it.
If we have time...
If we have time, but not right now.
I'll hold you to that.
All right, well,
That's so good.
I gotta get a better tripod. This one is kind of just... It's kind of bad.
Sean, you gotta get a dupod. You just you gotta get a dupod instead of a tripod. You gotta try and fail pod.
I need to get a quad pod at this point.
You got a try-hard pod over there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You got the bargain dog.
I mean, it does make sense that, like, if you're going to urban spaces, you would be going to, like, back... Not even
Yeah.
back
We don't
alleys.
have time for a
Alleys
drink.
or yeah.
Yeah.
Why do their dresses fade into green? Is that like a time travel thing?
Well, I think that
I
this
just
color
think
of green,
it's an aesthetics thing.
it's the aesthetic of the game. The aesthetic
Okay.
of the game is this sort of like minty green and the sort of pinkish violet color that's on everything. I mean, it's here in these. It's in our clothes.
But is it? Okay.
I
Yes,
don't think
agreed.
it's diegetic.
That makes
I think
sense.
it's non-diegetic.
You think it's
It's-
non-diegetic? Okay.
I think what you're picking up on is like
They do.
it's colored as if
but
it's
it's
baked
still pretty
lighting,
rare.
but doesn't move
And
like it's
opposites
baked
don't
lighting.
use toilets.
No sanitation
So it
department?
looks like their
Not for another
dresses
10
are dyed
years.
when really I think it's supposed to be lighting.
Sorry. Should have warned you.
Nah, I'm good. Mary the
Wow,
Marauder
shit, I
smelled
guess I know a
worse.
lot about video
I
games.
went 5 rounds with her in 2059.
Just be careful where you step.
There's nothing on the ground. Why would you say
Left.
These two belong to you, Brian?
No, never seen him before, Miss Ida.
Well, if you want
Wait,
autographs,
where's that voice from? Where's that voice from?
If you want tickets,
Is this
we're
Putty?
sold
Is this,
out for the rest of the season. Anything else?
Kronk? What's his
Make
name?
it
What's his
quick.
name?
Right. Left.
Yeah, Warburton.
Right.
Yeah, Patrick Warburton.
Right.
Like, oh yeah.
Again.
Squeak, squeak, I'm squeak.
Left. Right. Left. Left.
Squeak, squeak.
Right. Right. Left. Right. Again.
Thea, are you really looking up the archive data of a client in front of the client?
No?
I'll just pretend you didn't do that. Okay?
Why can't you have dips for dinner?
Right. Left.
I'm talking to this clown.
Hello. Can you spare a moment?
Yeah.
Not really.
Man, steak fries McLarge huge.
Dirk Hardback. Dude, that is like oh my god, was that Space Mutiny? Was the name of that one? Like,
I think so.
yeah, punch.
You know what's
rock
cool
groin.
too is what's cool too is Riff Tracks did that movie. They riffed it as well with completely different jokes and stuff, but it was a live show. Except when they got to that part, they just did more of those, more in different such names. It's really good.
We're looking for a boxer named Simon Inman. Do you know
Beef
him?
McLarge
No,
huge.
can't you see I'm busy, lady? Ida's in charge. Talk to her.
Dirk squat thrust.
So, you're a boxer.
Oh, what gave it away? The gloves?
Right. Of course.
Anyone can wear gloves, but you've definitely got something special.
Thanks, lady.
I also like that we literally have
And
One
a
Punch
follow-through?
Man in the background.
Well, I have been working on that. Ida
Yeah.
says I gotta stay on my toes, but I'm a brawler, you know?
Could we?
Sure.
This guy's cool. I like
I'll leave you.
Yeah.
him.
Right. Right. Left.
I finally did make just like a meathead in Skyrim one time, and so I have a really good screenshot of like the assassin's note where it says you must find and eliminate the false dragonborn Dirk Hammer Thrust. Like in a quill pen calligraphy.
Again. Left. Right.
Sorry to disturb you. Are you Ida?
Right.
Listen to this one, Brian. You ever hear a voice so prim and proper?
Only you, Miss Ida.
You got that right. That boy is lucky I'm not 30 years younger.
Gross.
Why does she thinks she's doing a fucking talk show over here?
Do you know a man named Simon Inman?
What would you say, Brian? Do we know Simon Inman?
Can't say that we do, Miss Ida.
There's your answer.
Right. Left.
Are you sure you don't know Simon Inman?
When we have a moment,
sure
Sean
I
Plott.
answered this question
Hold
already.
on one second. She's counter fist. Hold on. This is gonna happen. Here we go.
6 months is
Hold
a
on.
long time in this business.
Here it comes.
It was in the newspaper. Show her, Fia.
Left.
All right.
Left.
Lee, you were saying?
Right. Right. Left.
Could you please read Albatross of Time's most recent little chat and then also
You got it.
the response to it by Fiona?
Left.
Right.
Left.
Albatross of Time.
Again.
There we go. It says, to think there was a time they made Burtons purely for war. And Fiona says they made peace Burtons, but nobody bought them.
Right. Left. Left. Right. Left. Right. Again.
Oh my god, yes!
Left. Right.
A bucketed in one. Look at this.
Right. Left. Right.
So good.
Again.
See? He won the championship belt.
Shush, Brian. Fine. Yes, I knew him, but I don't know him anymore. And that's the bottom fact. And speaking of bottoms, you're blocking my view of Brian's. We done here?
She wants to look at the legs.
Again.
Dude, yeah, no, it's so noir. We go to 1871, and she's gooning for the boxer. It's so good.
Left. Right. Again.
Can you tell me anything
She's
about this
gooning
place?
for a
What's to
boxer
tell?
and a fighter
If you want to
by
watch
his
two
trade.
people beat each
Avery
other
Goodeyes'
unconscious,
time
this
perverts.
is the place. I'm guessing
Time
you're a bit
perverts.
tight-laced for such things, aren't you?
Tight-laced?
Oh my god.
You heard me. Your friend, on the
You
other
heard me.
hand, I'm guessing she does more than just watch. You a fighter too?
Was. I'm retired.
I knew it. I'd love to see you go a few rounds against
Oh,
my Brian.
Brian's getting cooked.
I said I'm retired.
Too bad.
I like watching Brian sweat, and I like seeing him get punished.
Left.
Have I told you what I would do if I was 30 years younger?
Right.
You'd really let Brian and Chloe fight?
Menopause
Is
hit
that
hard,
even
but I
allowed?
hit harder.
Stop living in the dark ages, lady.
Yeah. The crowd loves it when women and men fight in the ring.
They spend more too. You sure you're out of the game?
Yeah. Completely sure.
Right. Again.
I'm
Can you
your
tell me
own
about
grandmother's
Simon,
daughter's
the one you
wit
knew?
son.
Keen kid, orphaned not long ago, trying to find a way to get by. He was slaving away at a dead-end job when he first showed up here. Never thought he'd make it 5 minutes, let alone to the championship. He surprised us all.
Left. Right.
About Simon Inman.
I've said all I'm going to. I can help you look for any other boxer, but not him. Like Brian over there, for instance. He's well worth looking at. I do it all
damn it.
the time.
Dude, yes.
Right.
Dude,
Right.
We're
like,
getting teabagged by the speed bag.
About...
I've said all like Brian.
Yeah, teabagged by the
thanks for the
speed bag.
assistance.
Hitting that
luck
one
out
note a
there.
little bit hard there.
Right. Left. Right.
Chloe.
Will you look at this place? I came up in a gym just like it. Old school. No tech. Just the punch bags, the ropes, and the smell of stale sweat.
Punch bag.
Nothing like it. Anyway.
dude, it's so much love. Leave
Let's
her.
get back to you're in charge.
Again. Left.
Sure.
Brian.
Josh
What
points
is
out
it?
the dude in the back has been doing so many push-ups.
Yeah, no, it's One Punch Man.
Jesus.
It's true.
Reaction earlier
Fucking
Reaction.
hell.
to our conversation about Simon Inman winning the championship belt. There it is again. Care to explain?
No.
No.
Bro, nobody in video games can fucking hang like posters up without them overlapping and being all sideways.
Yeah.
You obviously know Simon Inman. Anything you can tell me could be useful.
You know, my dear Daddy Mason, God rest his soul, had a saying. If you don't want to eat
Mason.
flies, keep your mouth shut.
Quite the poet.
I don't want to eat flies, is all I'm saying.
Daddy
Really, it's
Mason?
just doing one set
dear
of a billion
departed daddy,
reps.
what'd you think?
It's just.
Right, of course. Wow. Can you tell me anything?
What did... No.
I'll...
Yeah.
What a strange thing to ask.
Left.
Oh.
Left.
Can't
Brian
exercise
Mason.
failure if you never fail.
Right. Again.
Oh my God! All right, I'm gonna be Franklin Harrow. Which one of you wants to be Brian Mason?
Right. Left. Right.
I can be Mason. I don't know if I have a good warburton, but
right.
Here, I'm actually gonna go
Lee,
outside.
Lee, do you have a better warburton?
Right.
Oh yeah, I've got a Warburton.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go stand in a
professional
location
burden, but
where
it's got a peace burden.
because I couldn't do the reading if I was hearing left, right, left.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
Runecraft
excuse me
review,
though.
interview.
What is this sound?
What sound? Like glang?
Oh, it was an invisible horse. It went by though.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
continuously going by, I think. Franklin Harrow, what would you say was the biggest highlight for you?
Oh, jeez, kid. Every time I stepped into that ring was a highlight to me. The cheers, the adrenaline, the rush of victory. Once you got a taste for that, spend the rest of your life chasing it.
Indeed. Your first year was marked by victory after victory. You even made it to the championship match.
50 years ago. Couldn't quite seal the deal, but that's okay.
Do you agree with the critics who said you were too predictable with left, right, left, right?
Maybe a little, but who cares? I boxed my way with all my heart and soul. Could I have switched things up? Sure, but in the heat of the match, I stuck to what I knew best. Didn't make me a winner, but it made me happy.
That's a wonderful perspective. Thank you for sharing your story with us, Mr. Mason.
Thank you for keeping our history alive, son. Remember, it's not always about how many fights you win, but how many fight you that counts.
That's what my daddy Mason said too.
Interesting.
I'm glad I stuck with that. I'm glad I didn't bail.
Yeah, no, there's no such thing as bailing starting again. You just gotta plow.
Brian,
What is it?
can you tell me anything?
What is... No.
I'll...
Yeah.
What? I just found out that you...
Right.
Brian, look at this newspaper.
Yeah.
The headline says, Inman knocks out Mason.
Uh-huh.
You fought Simon in the championship match.
Sure.
You said you didn't know him.
And I don't. I knew him. Past tense.
Past tense? Do you mean he's dead?
Don't know, don't care. You want to
No,
talk to that
it means
thug?
we're no longer
Fine.
clustered.
Just leave me out.
He's out of my Rat King.
He's out. Exactly. I'm ripping off the
bastard.
tail. Keep it in the cluster.
He
Simon's a
untied
thug.
himself.
Did I say thug?
Yeah, you did.
Well, forget it.
Untied
I said
himself.
nothing. I'm not eating flies.
Can you tell me anything else
Is that
about
a
yourself?
tape?
No.
Somewhere?
Can you tell us about the fight?
No. ...
I lost.
Oh my god, he is the chosen one.
So that's why you're training so hard.
That was a
Planning on a comeback?
That was like an early Squaresoft kind of
From him?
JRPG.
Nah. Ain't worth it.
I'll...
Yeah. Right. Again.
Yeah.
Left.
Ida.
What? Make it quick.
Yeah, you could never
Right.
have a Gecko King, could you? It
Left.
would just end up being like
Right.
some tails.
Again.
Yeah.
Brian referred to Simon as a thug. Do you share that view?
Damn it, Brian. I say he should know better, but I don't keep him around for his brains.
We get it.
Answer the
You're
Jesus
question.
Christ.
You're literal
One
worst.
thing first. Why do you care so much?
I'm a fan.
A fan of Simon Inman.
Yes. He inspired me to get into the game.
Simon
I want to meet him.
Inman.
And to
Who
ask him.
is this Simon Inman?
What kind of something?
That's my business. I already answered your question, now answer mine.
Fine. A deal's a
And
deal.
don't make it about
Yes,
that guy's ass.
Simon's a thug. To the bone. Didn't start that way, but that's how he ended up. The kid should have stayed at the Oyster stand. maybe he would have been happier.
Oh, is he bribing?
Left, right.
How did Simon end up that way?
Now look what you've done. You've got an old lady reminiscing. Ida, you old windbag.
I've never seen someone curse themselves as they're talking.
Simon, but I'll tell you this. Some boxers, they let winning go to their heads. Most end up okay, but some get real mean.
Most in the bouquet.
Left, right.
Most in the bouquet.
No, let me ask about the oyster stand. Just change subjects away from that
Oysters
very
at
evocative
6 by the
remark.
market. Nice woman, always gives me
How
extra
the
butter.
fuck would an
And they
oyster
knew
stand,
Simon.
lady?
Simon used to work there before she fired him. She had to, after all.
Had to.
Well, yes. Business is business.
Left,
Her papers.
left.
God, she has so many papers.
She has a tremendous number of papers.
It's like most of
They're
what
all
she does
askew.
is have papers. You know what I mean?
She has
So
so
you're
many
saying
papers.
Simon got mean?
Could she be
I
doing with
never
all
said
of
I was
those
talking about
papers?
Simon.
Probably
You best
Simon.
remember that.
Left, right.
About Simon Inman.
I've said all I'm like Brian over there.
About
Right,
Can we get a size check on this room? What are we thinking?
right, left.
It's
pretty big.
I mean,
Right.
it seems big.
Right.
Yeah.
What is?
It seems
Suck it up.
roomy
Yeah.
for like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
also
just trying to. I'm
Right. Again.
I'm trying to
desk
picture
is a little
Black Sat
askew,
in
isn't
here.
it?
Left,
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
The desk is cheated out. That is for sure.
Right. Again.
Exactly. Cheated out.
all right, we're going to the oyster stand.
I told you, I'll have it Wednesday.
This is getting to be a grind. Pony up with whatever you've got, or I'll have to come back in an hour with friends.
Oh, you have friends? Sorry. That was uncalled for. Here's what I've got. Take it or leave
I
it.
fucking hope she
I'd
hands
say
him an
you're
oyster right
enjoying
now.
this, but I don't think you enjoy anything these days.
You're sad. No
I'll
one
be
loves
back
you.
Wednesday for the rest.
Is that Simon Inman?
That
Oh,
hayseed
God, I wish we could
thinks
click
he's
right
too
now.
high for his nut.
I don't know
look
what
like
that
a
means.
boxer to me.
Dude, that's so funny. They're like constructing St. Paul's Cathedral.
That's nice.
Hello.
Oh, hello, dear.
Are you all right?
Oysters.
Hey,
Get your
just spanking.
oysters.
Out here in the fresh air,
Things
selling
are
these
looking a little
fine
Nancy
oysters.
Drew around here. Like,
It's
there could
just-
definitely be more
I couldn't
people,
help
a
but
little
overhear
more
that
stuff.
argument. It sounded nasty.
They got one
You must be
pigeon.
new to Essex Street.
Guy in the back is
Around
hammering
here,
one nail.
arguing is how we say hello. Don't you
Fucking
worry
tuxedo
about it.
mask back there.
Water
sitting
off
on
a
the-
duck's back.
on a barrel.
So, tell me about these oysters.
They're fresh from the bed, plump, sweet, and beautifully briny. Penny apiece. 3 for 2.
Maybe later. We're looking for someone you may know. Simon Inman.
Simon? You just missed him by about 10 seconds.
Oh,
Sorry.
that was Simon
Oh,
Inman.
yeah.
That
He
I knew
was
they
him.
weren't going to add.
Saying hello to.
They were not
Yeah,
going to give a
saying
walk
hello.
cycle to a
That's
character who is
what
not
we
a
were
main
doing.
character.
Yeah.
All right. No, you're right.
We heard that Simon.
I mean,
used to
I
work
guess it was
here.
just D&D
That's
brain,
right,
because as a
but
DM,
only
I think,
for a
like,
while.
do not spawn more NPCs.
Never really took to it.
So you fired him.
I didn't really want to.
People keep doing
I
that.
felt bad for him, but things change.
I wonder
Alright.
if, like, one person wrote this quest, or this, like, this cycle, this arc,
Goodbye.
and so they're the person who really loves the ... dots, you know? Because we didn't see that before. Or maybe it's just that in the 1800s people said ... more.
Yeah, I think
Hello again.
that's the vernacular.
Can I tempt you this time?
Oh my god.
The sort of
Hold on.
antiquated vernacular.
Good.
Like, I cannot get this music volume right.
No.
Hello again.
Can I tempt you this time?
There we go.
How did things change exactly?
I don't. He's a nice enough boy. It didn't work out.
You're not the first
It?
to say that.
Well,
By
it
do you mean
fits.
the oyster?
That was not a nice boy.
Fits what?
Please be honest with us.
All right. He got mean, is all. Really mean and empty. The kid just got empty.
How is it? How do you think that empty boy would instruct me on how to retire from boxing? Do you think he would have some good advice? Like,
You said you felt bad for Simon.
It was just sad, wasn't it?
Won't somebody fill this
Could've been
boy?
so much more.
Why do you say that?
I shouldn't say anymore. What's done is done.
Let's just make an edit point right here.
Do you know where Simon might have gone?
What a question. Are you looking for trouble? Because that's what you'll find.
We just want to ask him a question.
Huh. Well, good luck.
Can we please
getting
stop
an
talking
answer.
about talking?
He's tougher to crack than a split-shelled clam.
Do you know where he is or not?
I'm
Good
not that
Lord.
boy's keeper. He's made that very clear.
What do you mean by
I
Simon
think-
being empty?
That
It
there's
sucks when
nothing
players
inside him.
talk about talking
Like the
or
light
talk about
went
doing
out of
things.
his
Like at
soul.
that point, just cut.
Nobody wants
Cut
to be
them
around
doing it or
someone
talking,
like that.
actually
And
talking.
who can blame him? Not even his buddies at the
Or
barking
actually
dog
talking.
want anything to do with
Actually, if they're talking about having a conversation, just skip to that conversation.
Wait,
If talking is doing, you could simplify it by saying like if they're doing things about doing things, just have them do the thing.
Can you give me an example? Because I think I'm almost following.
Yeah, like easiest example is talking about doing something. They're like, maybe we should. It's like we found out we have to talk to Simon Inman. Let's think about how we should go about talking to Simon Inman. We could first talk about this and then this, but
it's like in a TV show when it's like, we need a. Oh my god, my internet is driving me insane lately. Oh my god. Okay, so no, it's like in the police procedural when it's like, we need to talk to someone who knows Jules, and one of them looks and goes, "I know just the guy," and then they're talking to him. Like they don't sit there and go, "I know a guy. His name's Howard. He's down on Franklin Street. Oh, should we take a cab? Yeah." And on the way, let's discuss what we want to talk to him about. Okay, and they're in the cab talking to each other. Like that would be momentum breaking.
it's also just it's because it's like a conversational medium that's really hard to avoid accidentally talking about. When you're doing something, that's just a conversation too. So you're like, what I'm trying to say is at the table, as the gameplay, you're trying to avoid meta conversations. You can have them, but they can end up not progressing. It's like you talk about progressing the story instead of progressing the story, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think that there is like a rule of thumb there that makes sense to me. I think I'm having a hard time with making it universal because like
it's not universal. It's just it's a rule of thumb or a bullet point to remember.
Because it might be useful to show the conversation of the two police officers in the back of the car talking about how they're going to approach talking to this person if it tells you as an audience something about either those characters or the situation that they're going into. Right?
Yeah,
like
I guess what I'm saying is
it's
not always bad, but it's a trap. It's a common trap.
Yes, it is commonly bad.
It reminds me of like because I love the idea that the only media that you will ever be exposed to is the cream of the crop in that medium. And even the worst of the worst things, you don't realize how much better they are than the other stuff that didn't make it. And this is what is amazing about fan fiction. You can just upload it. And it is funny to read fan fiction that does like all the things you're not supposed to. Like the character takes no action, stuff just happens to them, and they just talk about how they're feeling about all the stuff that's happening to them, and then it just stops. And then there's just no more text. It's just like, I don't know if I read a story where stuff happened. It's so funny.
Right.
I mean, one thing that's nice though too is that
downtown away.
if you're all
Real
new
bucket
players,
of
I'm talking about
blood.
TTRPGs.
Boxers love it.
If you're all new
We're
players
familiar
and you
with
just
it. You're saying
fall
Simon's
into
a
the
regular.
He was.
classic tropes,
I doubt they want
you're probably
anything
gonna
to
have
do
a good
with him.
time because you haven't seen those
Nobody
tropes
does.
before.
Yeah.
You're not bored by them yet,
Goodbye.
so
I'm
so
here.
you could be just fine. You could
Right,
spend
right,
2 hours planning how you're gonna get into the goblin,
barking
how you're gonna
dog.
do the goblin heist.
It's like it
and
was meant to be, isn't
excited
it?
about it. I love that Blades in the Dark does not allow you to plan ahead.
Yeah.
Like you're not allowed to plan ahead, but you're allowed to do flashbacks, which is just amazing.
Huh.
So good.
Because the only TTRPG I've ever played is like basically something D&D based. I don't know about Blades in the Dark.
So imagine,
Blades
I mean,
is kind of an Ocean's 11
yeah,
style
it's got
story.
that. I haven't played it, but I've listened to a podcast where it's like, so for instance, if we're talking about a heist, there's certain things we determine, like 3 things, like our general approach to it, how we'll get in the building maybe, and then what our like kind of odds are, and then that gives us a dice pool. And after that, we're just not allowed to talk strategy. We just start. It's kind of how, you know how in like a heist movie, they'll start describing what they're gonna do, and then it seamlessly transitions into them actually doing it.
Ah, yeah.
It's like that. And then what's cool is to give the simulation of having made a plan, you can do the thing where like, oh, your enemy opens the vault, but when they do, what do they see? And then you say, I'm gonna flash back. I'm gonna flash back to the time when we're all talking before this, and we say, we're gonna steal that diamond before they ever get to the vault. And then that costs you something as a player. It costs you stress. But then you cut back to the present, and it's like they open the vault and the diamond is gone. It's like so good.
Yeah.
It's such a good system.
Oh my god, it's so funny because as
yeah.
you're describing that, it's just like, wow, that's exactly how heist movies are.
Well, it looks like
Yeah.
you got your wish sooner than you
I
expected.
actually homebrewed
Like I said,
a spell for a
Speaking of,
bard.
is it okay if I order something while we're in
I
there?
have a D&D bard who is trying to be like a legendary criminal. She thinks she's a rogue, but really she's a bard because she makes everything about her. She makes all the heists about her. So she has like a mask and stuff and a secret identity, and she goes by the Swan. So I gave her a bard spell that's called Just As I Planned, that allows her to do a flashback like that. With a vague, if you sensed for magic, it would have a very slight sense of some sort of temporal magic to it. Yeah, it's cool. I just straight up stole.
I thought you were going to describe an actual scent, like it smells like burnt cardamom.
I mean, this is this is a character who would have a scent. I just don't know the flavor notes when you're describing a scent. All I know is sandalwood.
Okay, Lee, I will have you know, almost every smell-based product that I purchase is sandalwood. Like, I have a sandalwood shaving soap from Taylor of Old Bond Street,
right?
and it feels
How are you gonna,
so
I mean,
good.
it's a real, like, as far as like masculine scents, and it could also be unisex, which is a fucking amazing word, but it's a good one, right?
Yeah, yeah. And for those of you who are curious, I do recommend with every fiber of my being the Taylor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood Shaving Cream. It's so good. And then I also have a sandalwood aftershave, and I have Timber with sandalwood deodorant.
Good lord.
Dude, I love sandalwood. I love sandalwood because, like you say, Lee, it's not one of those like man scents that just smells like the however copper tastes. You know, it's just it bites. You know.
God damn, I wish smoking wasn't bad for you, because I could get in on that big pipe. I could get in on that big pipe era where where Sherlock Holmes kind of shit, like where I can only solve this puzzle if I've completely filled the room with like the finest tobacco smoke.
Yeah, if you've done shoulder presses that day, you can't smoke because your pipe is out here.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta hold it like that. Like
yeah, that's right. I would love
I
some
suppose
Gandalf.
so. Enjoy
times.
yourself.
Hot Yuma, you're the best.
Just try not to get sick.
Also,
If
Sean
you vomit in
Bouchard,
the
you might love
past,
what Lawson
we keep your security
Lion wrote.
deposit.
I can handle myself. Wow. Will you look at this place? It's got
Ooh.
sawdust on the floor and everything.
That is very good. That's very
Hello,
good.
barkeep.
Hello yourself.
The
Bit
rule is
early
that
in the
if the
day for
audience
it,
knows the
if you
plan,
don't
it
mind
won't
me
work.
saying.
And if they don't
Is
know
that
the
a
plan,
problem?
it will.
Nope.
That's
What'll it be?
That's extremely
That's
good.
more like it.
I love that kind of shit.
Set me up with a base burner, will ya?
A what?
You know, bug juice.
What?
You know,
juice?
a beastburger.
Firewater, bottled courage.
Those seem to be words, but they mean nothing to me.
Nobody speak cowboy a whiskey.
Oh, well, why didn't you say? Coming right
Picture
up.
on the wall.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this child's illustration of a horse. Look at this, like
It's a fucking.
where
That's a Far Side comic of a horse.
dude. And also, this literally looks like a hand, like an arm, a forearm with a hand.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
It's a gloom hand.
Oh man. And then there's like a deer head just jimming the camera. He's just barreling the camera like, can you believe, like, get a look at this. Get a load of this.
Oh, it's a goat.
Oh. Why?
Oh, it's a billiard ball. Yeah, I'm taking this. Well,
Hey, you know how much a billiard ball costs, Sean?
no, actually, I have no idea.
$1 billion.
Holy yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Costs $1 billion.
We're looking for Simon Inman. Do you know him?
That guy? I ain't saying nothing.
You and everybody
I ain't
else.
saying
What's his
nothing.
deal? Why
He
does
took all the
everyone
pool
hate him so
cues.
much?
Ain't my place to say. I just don't want trouble.
He also took
Afternoon,
all the tables and
Clara.
chairs.
Ugh, it's you. You got some beans walking through that door, Inman.
Some
Not
beans.
by choice. I'm here on business.
You
You're
think you're
kidding.
higher than your
He
nuts
sent
or whatever.
You?
Like I said, not by choice.
You tell him to send somebody else.
Don't make this difficult, Clara.
Oh, I ain't begun to make this difficult.
Is
You
he really
wouldn't
short?
dare.
You want to test me?
Not really.
Oh!
Sorry you
Whoa!
had to see that, ladies, because I can't leave any witnesses.
Lost. Did we lose? We lost. What? Why did we
Oh
lose?
my
How
god!
Did we lose?
Oh! Dave Gilbert. Dave Gilbert is showing you that this is the game. You can lose! You can lose! Yes! It's the greatest graphic adventure game that we've... Oh my god.
Wow. Is that it?
Hold on, let me...
We have a...
Fear? Fear.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
It's got
Diegetic
sawdust on the floor
restore.
and everything.
Oh. No, that's not what
Hey.
happened.
You alright?
How?
That's
did
not.
he-
Yes.
Did he?
That's not
did he
what
have to-
happened.
You're the one who shouldn't
Did he
be
have to lift the
drinking.
needle off
See
of
you
her little
inside.
time lock there for a minute or something? That was
You
good.
okay?
Ugh.
God, that got us.
Emergency rewind protocol. Always murder on the stomach.
That's why we only use it in extreme situations.
Oh
like this
my
one.
god.
I know.
You could have
Still
told
don't
us
like
about
it.
Do you remember what happened?
It's a bit fuzzy, but did Simon Inman just shoot me?
Yeah. And he'll be back any minute.
Forewarned is forearmed, Nozzo. I'm ready.
That was good.
Oh my god.
Okay, I do want to point out and sort of like open up the floor for question. There was a third option there, which was restart.
Restart.
Our favorite.
Yeah, what
Our
would that have
favorite.
done?
Well, I'm so curious. Like we know what it would have done in a Sierra.
You know
game.
exactly why I just saved.
I need to prevent history from repeating.
Yeah, because
There
if
must
it,
be
if
something
it
around here
literally
that can
just
help.
restarts
Hello
the game,
yourself.
then at that point
Bit
someone would
early in
just
the
like
day
quit the
for
game.
it, if you don't mind me saying.
Excuse
Yeah?
Leave your rifle alone.
Leave your rifle alone.
Yeah,
Why
because
do
she
you hate
drew on
Simon
him
Inman
first.
so
and that's
much?
Where did
when
you hear?
he-
Answer the question.
Time.
That's
Yeah,
when he drew.
afternoon.
Ugh.
You
Okay,
should
wait,
have taken
too
the
late.
pool ball.
Shoot him.
All right, like I want to say
You
nothing
got
No,
some
you-
beans walking
because I
through
want to
that
see what happens
door,
when you hit
Inman.
restore.
Not by
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You tell
When you
him.
hit restart,
I'm standing on business.
Oh, I ain't begun.
Yeah, we're gonna
You
see what
wouldn't
happens.
dare.
Watch out, there's gonna be gunshots.
Round of
The sound
drinks.
effects for the gunshots
Please.
are actually pretty good
Let's just
too. They're like
take a
very
second.
realistic.
Time's up.
Nice.
Jesus. Blasted.
Sorry you had to see that.
All right, I want to
ladies.
see what
That's
happens when we
not
restart.
very
Can't leave any
yeah, I'm so
witnesses.
curious.
She's silent.
Bastard. Not again. Activating ERP.
Oh, we don't actually have the option.
It's got sawdust on the floor and everything. Ugh. Hey, you okay?
We're just having IBS from it.
I'm fine, but you won't be if you go in there.
I told you, I can handle my booze. See you inside.
Wait!
Handle your what?
Lost.
Booze.
Booze? Oh my god.
Dude.
What a good
Wild.
game. Oh my god.
Oh, watch this. How sweet is that? That's the intro.
That's extremely good. That's so good.
Why'd you die games, where we ask, why'd you die, mate?
Yeah, why'd you die? Wait.
Every game, we ask someone why they died.
Is our outfit in the main menu different? Because this is the time period that we're in. That's the outfit.
Wait, what do you mean this is the time period we're in?
No, like, look at the outfit of the main menu. Does the main menu outfit change based upon what time period we're in?
Oh, I see what you're asking. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know.
Ghosty's checking for us.
I don't think so.
Yo, okay. Like...
That was tight.
It's
was
slick.
That was great.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know. I'm not used to being surprised at story moments in games. I'm really not. Like like today's stream, like a couple times I was like, whoa, I don't have these feelings when I play games with stories. Because normally when there's something going wrong, it's like they would both have their guns out and he'd go, I have to do this. And Claire would be like, you don't have to do this, scram. And he'd be like, I really have to do this. And like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for like a minute and a half as you like go around trying to interact with every dumb thing on the screen, and then the death would happen. Like it doesn't just come out and shoot you. Oh, it's so good.
That was rad.
Oh, and we just got word that the screen does change.
change your outfit. Yeah, that's wild.
Must be time for an end of show. Holy crap! I think my body
it's
knows the score.
It's 8 p.m. I gotta go shave this beard so that way on tomorrow's stream I can look like a hot baby.
Oh,
and smell like sandalwood.
Oh, people are gonna want to smell my face.
That emergency rewind really put me to sleep.
Yeah, no, I cannot express how tired I am lately. And the idea of going to bed at like 9, it's singing to me. And so with that, Lee, hope you have a great night. Sean, hope you have a great night.
Okay.
You darling viewers, hope you have a great night. See you next week for Mostly Walking, or I'll see you tomorrow for my Hearthstone streaming. Bye.
Mostly yawning.
Bye.
Gute Nacht.
I'm closing this and I'm closing that. Good night, Sean. Good night, Lee.